Hey people, 45 Mama here with another katekyo Hitman Reborn review. But before I start that, I know a lot of people were PMing me for fairy tale reviews for the new one, and I'm like, too many message box came in. The reason I didn't do it that day is because someone came by to my house, and that someone is called Life. Life keeps knocking on the door, and you have to answer it eventually. So I had a lot of homework. A lot of people were talking to me, friends and all. My life came first before manga. Sorry, I can't do something about that. Sorry, but I promise you the review will come tomorrow, somewhere around I think 3 o'clock. Around the same time like this. Around this time, I'm doing my Reborn review like 9:14. So yeah, you can expect another fairy tale review tomorrow by then. But on to the chapter, and this chapter was pretty interesting. Like, hey, Mono, I know what you're doing there. Like, that was pretty interesting. Actually, the chapter starts off that everyone being at the restaurant they were during the last arc. Early on that restaurant, and the Reborn is discussing with them on how their battles were, and everyone was all depressed and mopey as shit. Like, we're so sad. Why do we lose like that? Like, they're all sad. And Reborn wants to know how their battles went. The first person to talk is the shafted one, Ryohei. Oh, Ryohei, 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 Ryohei. That dude got shafted so badly. He was just there to measure Hibari's power. I can tell you that. His sole purpose in that fight was to test out Hibari Kyoya's power. Like, wow. Like, wow, what the fuck? He's talking about pretty much from last chapter how he easily got ass raped by Hibari. So easily, like he was not even worth his time. Ugh. Poor Ryohei. Dude got shafted big time. I'm telling you, this dude was used to check Hibari Kyoya's power level, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? And then Goku Dara Yamamoto knew it. No, these guys knew once they saw Ryohei got his ass taken like that. They knew, no man, we can't fuck like this. They have to do a smart idea, and I like this here. This was actually a good strategy. Smoke screen. Gogura's new technique is Zero Ignite, and the way he did the smoke screens was good. He combined Yamamoto's tranquility factor with his bombs. Not only did they get a chance to escape, but they also incapacitated Hibari Kyoya. That pissed him off big time. So yeah, pretty much I'm like, what the fuck? That was good, Amano. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Anyways, Reborn was actually pretty impressive how they were, but they felt still disappointed since they didn't actually get a chance to take him out. So pretty much it was Suna's turn to discuss and that how he was, and just like 2 chapters ago, Suna was no match for his father, no match whatsoever. He lost pitifully and got took it out for the rest of the entire battle unconscious. And that disappointed me that he lost to his own father, but he didn't get his wristwatch taken, his boss watch taken at all. So what Reborn did here is that they made a temporary deal with Cornello and Imitsu. So a temporary alliance until the team starts shortening and they start fighting each other. So they're temporary allies for this fight, and which I think is actually a smart idea because if Suna fights his dad again like this, he's gonna lose his boss watch, and I think that his dad's actually gonna start training him for this time being. Right now, Suna needs to learn how to master his gear. He needs to master his Mongola gear. He hasn't fully mastered. None of these cats have mastered their Mongola gears. The only person who's actually mastered out of all these guys, the only person who's actually mastered their gear is Hibari Kyoya. The way he was fighting like that with the way he was fighting Damon last arc, he didn't need to train. This guy is a Sasuke character, okay? He is a genius. This cat is a genius. This motherfucker is a genius at fighting. I'm not joking. He is a motherfucking genius at fighting. Once he sees him, like, Tom Hanson, I know how to use these. He knows how to fight. This motherfucker was born fighting, and he's like a fighting machine. He knows exactly how his gear works. He can resonate with it perfectly. This guy knows how to resonate with his gear perfectly. Everyone else doesn't seem to control their gears too perfectly, since they didn't have time to train them, which is pretty normal. That's why Suna lost so easily there, because he didn't master his gear. But as well, the main villain of this arc, So Reborn had no choice but to team up with them because the main reason they teamed up is because Imitsu's strategies are actually pretty good. So in a strategic way, and if you think of it in a smarter way, it's not the right way, but it's the smarter way. So I actually agree with this because it's the smarter way. Right now, these guys need help, and they need help big time. So Reborn did this right decision in having them train with them because it's the smart thing to do, not the right thing, but the smartest thing to do right now. Then the main villain of this arc shows up, Checkerface, and announces the rankings of the ones who are battling for the first day of the battle. And so far, Verde's group took it out 5 people. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? 5 people? Like that in less than 10 minutes? Damn. But this is something else that actually intrigued me. I won't get to that, but Varia have 7 people, but I'll explain that at the end of the chapter. Cedef already found 5 people? And Bongola has like 6 now? 6 people in Bongola now. And Unilot got down to like 4 people. She lost she must have lost 3 members already. Cannon fodder characters, if you ask me. She lost 3 people already, which is kind of it's not surprising. It's Uni's group, but they lost 3 people. So her team is pretty much down to like what 5? It's like 4 now. Skull still has 7, and Varia has 7, which actually surprises me. Like, okay, this is where the power comes in. Like, if everyone's thinking Flynn's with Varia, no. At the end of this chapter, Flynn is with Makuro, and before I explain this, Makuro and Flynn seem to be the ultimate illusionist duo, and apparently Verde created one of the next generation of Verde seems to work perfectly for the illusions of Makuro and Flynn. Like, fuck, man. Did Makuro have time to train Flynn like that? To fight like that? Like, shit. Which begs the question now, who's the 7th member of Varia? And who are the 5 other people in Cornell's group? And who is the 6th member in Suna's group? Might as well it's not Lambo anymore. He hasn't gotten a battle watch since this whole arc started, so he's out for this arc. I can tell you that. It's obvious from there. So we're obviously gonna get Chrome and a new character. Which I'm asking who this new character is gonna be and who's gonna take in Lambo's spot temporarily. Intriguing, actually. And pretty much that after ends that a worried Suna crashes into that person. So I want to know who that person is. I want to know all this build up to the new all this build up to this who's going to be in Suna's team. I'm really interested in that. What I think one more thing. Makuro's team apparently already found 6 people. If you count it up from the start before, they got like MM, Ken, and Takusa. They had 3 people before. Now they got like 6 people already. So counting MM, Takusa, Ken, Takusa, and Makuro. Hold on. MM, Ken, Takusa, Makuro. 4 people. 2 other people joined their group. 2 other. One is Flynn, the 6th unknown. My speculation, the 6th person is Lancia, since he was originally a part of Makuro's group before. So he's the only one that I'm pretty sure that was the one that joined Makuro's group. But someone else in Makuro's 7th team, they got defeated, but it was probably someone shafted. It's probably MM. Who gives a shit about that bitch? But yeah, this chapter was actually interesting. It made me think, like, who can these possible new characters be? There's 45 MoMA, and I'm taking off.